So the people that have gathered here for this event have been a mix of people coming from some of the major open source projects like Wikimedia or Mozilla, as well as some smaller projects that are working on things like openness in the context of agriculture. Amazing people from the climate movements who have done, for example, strategic litigation on climate issues or are doing things around environmental sensors, citizen science for positive climate outcomes. And what we're seeing is how might we be building bridges across our practices, working towards a shared agenda where our movements can amplify one another.
Over the last year especially, we've seen just a huge number of people and projects taking the tools and the methods and ideas of open and applying them to the work that needs to be done related to climate. My hopes for Open Climate and kind of the intersection of these two movements are to figure out what kind of infrastructure can best serve and enable the continued distribution and decentralization of all of these projects and people so that they can continue doing the great things that they're doing in their communities, in their own contexts, with the people and the places that they care about.
Open is a tool to shift power. We can be bringing these practices and ideas and ways of working into climate action, accelerating things like a just transition, debunking false solutions, pushing back against fossil fuel industries, reinforcing things like democracy.
So whether that is, like what we're doing this week, which is sitting and brainstorming and, getting into the details of some of the questions around the intersection of the open movement and the climate movement. And then we also see it in the ways that communities and projects and people come together to ensure that not just resulting data or resulting information or the narratives and stories that come out of a project are available, but also the processes that get us there.
So if, for example, you are an open practitioner or you're working on things like access to information or inviting people to participate and be empowered in our societies, and you're also going, the world's on fire, what can I do about it? We really invite you to join these conversations and join us in reflecting ourselves around how we might be shifting our personal and professional practices to be in service to climate justice and equitable climate action.